This morning, sickle cell disease is genetic, affecting more than 100,000 Americans, but many more carry the gene and don't even know it. And for 12-year-old Parker Todd, seen right here, living with the disorder, had him in and out of hospitals and doctors' offices from a very young age. The disease, which attacks a patient's red blood cell, can be painful, and there currently is no cure, only treatment. Now, joining us this morning to share his courageous story is Parker Todd this morning, and Danette Carroll, director of the Sickle Cell Thalassemia Patients Network. So good morning to both of you. Parker,
good morning.
You are amazing. And let me ask you first, Danette, just to set the record, what exactly is sickle cell for some people out there who don't know?
Well, sickle cell is a lifelong inherited blood disorder, and as you mentioned, it does affect the red blood cell, which the hemoglobin, which a protein in the red blood cell. It's a very complex disease.
But who does it affect? It affects a certain group of people.
Well, not necessarily. 90% here in America would say have sickle cell would be African Americans.
Okay.
But if you go to Greece, you wouldn't find African Americans.
Right.
You'd find Greek, right?
Right.
Because it's an international condition. It's a worldwide condition.
Trying to spread awareness and get it out there.
You have to get
awareness. There is no cure.
Well, there in the sense that right now the things that are available, it's not available to the majority of people. Because you have stem cell transplants,
right,
but not to the vast majority.
So let me bring in Parker, 12 years old now, right?
Yeah.
So let me first ask you how you're feeling.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You look good. Okay.
Thank you.
So what do you do to kind of stay healthy and keep going?
Well, I do a majority of things, but I drink water.
Okay.
I take vitamins, and I just eat healthy. And it's been working because for 2 years I've been crisis-free. And with those 2 years, it's helped me write this book.
Yeah, now let's talk. Let me get a high five. Right? Okay, let's talk about this book, because I can say you wrote this when you were 11 years old.
Yes.
Not many 11-year-olds have a hard copy book.
That's true.
So what inspired you to write this book, The Adventures of The Sickler? And what do you think when you see your name here by Parker Todd?
Well, what inspired me is I went to hospitals and I saw other kids suffering with illnesses, and it kind of motivated me, because who likes to see a kid with a disease suffering in the hospital? So I wrote this book for them, and yeah.
Who's the main character?
It's me. but the main character is called Chase Parker.
Okay.
I use my middle name instead of my first name.
That's okay. And the premise is you're trying to solve the disease?
Yes.
And kind of help everybody out.
Yes.
So you're a superhero.
Bring the inner sickler out of kids.
Oh my gosh, Parker, you're amazing. And Danette, I want to ask you, funding for sickle cell is limited. That's why there's things like this walk, which Parker is the Grand Marshal of, one of the Grand Marshals this weekend.
Right.
So how can people get involved?
Well, they can get involved by going on to our website. We are actually doing, you said, the walk this weekend, and it's sctpn.net.
Okay.
You know, I think it's on your website too.
Yes,
the link
we'll
to
have
it,
all the details on our website.
But the funding is very limited. For New York State, that has 10% of all the patients in the country, we only get $250,000 a year.
Right, that's
so
incredible.
we are trying to introduce a bill to increase the funding to $3 million.
Listen, so I got to just shout this out. Parker, you are one of our PIX11 family. You are our PIX11 family, because Nicole Johnson's your mother. And I just want to say, you wrote a dedication in the back, a special thanks to my parents for being strong people, for fighting for me, loving me, motivating me, encouraging me to be the best me. It brings a tear to my eye. Come on over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. Sean, come on in. Because, I mean, what do you think when you see your son here writing a book?
I'm really excited.
Yeah?
I'm really excited.
Are you
And
proud?
I don't want to cry, Dan. Very proud. And he did it all on his own.
Yeah.
You know, and being out of the hospital for the 2 years, that's how he was able to write the book, you know.
I know, it's emotional. I know. Look, this is your mother here. She cares for you. She does everything for you. All right, thank you. And Sean, you okay? You good? You're not mic'd up, but you're okay. You're always looking stylish.
I'll tell you what he's doing today.
What are you doing today?
Today I'm going to go to Brookdale Hospital, and I'm going to be reading to other kids, bringing the inner sickler out of them, like I said earlier, and just motivating them and trying to get them out the hospital.
You're my hero. I love you. I love you, Parker. Thank you all for being here today. Check out Parker's book, The Sickler, and be sure to support the Sickle Cell Awareness Walk in Central Park that is taking place on Saturday. And you can see Parker. He'll sign your book if you buy it. All right, Betty, over to you.
Oh, so proud of Parker and his entire family. It takes a family unit to raise a kid like that. All right, still ahead, the NY